You feel it, don't you? The weight in the air that wasn't there before. The pulse beneath your skin, whispering truths you can't quite name. This isn't just another astrological shift. This is a spiritual ambush. A red moon retrograde crashing through your illusions like fire through a frozen forest. July 15th wasn't chosen at random. It was written in the soul contracts you signed before this life began. And now, that contract has come due. This isn't just a season. This is a reckoning. A karmic mirror is being held up to your face, and what you see reflected will shake your foundation. The red moon is no gentle guide. It is the cosmic scalpel, slicing through your false timelines, exposing every lie you've told yourself. And if you're still watching, it's because your soul already knows. You are meant to awaken now. This isn't a prediction. This is a prophecy. What makes this red moon retrograde unlike any other? It's not just a reversal of planetary momentum. It's a full collapse of spiritual inertia. Every piece of truth you've avoided is now breaking through. The red moon carries the blood of ancestors, the sorrow of unfulfilled lifetimes, and the fire of your unfinished missions. Its glow doesn't illuminate, it burns. It scorches away your ego, your excuses, your emotional bandages. And it's retrograding not just through the sky, but through you, backward through your past decisions, your forgotten wounds, the fractured moments that rewrote your destiny when you weren't looking. It drags the buried back into the light and dares you to face it. This is not cosmic chaos. This is divine, order disguised as destruction. The cosmos is not waiting anymore. The portal has opened, and the shadows are stepping through. Lesson 1. Your soul is no longer compatible with the life you settled for. The red moon doesn't gently guide, it ejects. It throws you out of false realities, like a body rejecting poison. That job you hate, that relationship that drains, that habit that numbs you, it's all collapsing under the weight of truth. And not because you failed, but because your soul is refusing to stay asleep. Have you noticed the discomfort growing? The restlessness that won't let you stay still? That's not anxiety, that's your destiny knocking. The red moon is stripping away your comfort because your mission can't be completed in denial. And if you've lost something recently, don't grieve it, bury it, because the life ahead of you requires space to rise. Brutal, isn't it? But necessary. And your soul agreed to this before you even breathed your first breath. Lesson 2. You are being forced to remember what you promise. There are vows you whispered into the ether before this incarnation. Promises made in realms where time doesn't exist, and now they echo through this retrograde vortex like thunder in a temple. The red moon doesn't care about your amnesia. It's here to remind you, through synchronicities that hit like lightning, through dreams that feel like memories, through losses that trigger awakenings. This is soul recall, and it won't be polite. The dreams that once whispered now scream. The visions you ignored now haunt, because you weren't sent here to survive. You were sent here to rebuild a broken frequency. You are not late, you are right on time. But the mission requires that you stop pretending you're small. The universe is done waiting for you to remember. It's making you remember the hard way. Lesson 3. Karma is no longer postponed, it is activated. The ancestral debts you carry, the soul wounds you've ignored, the betrayals you buried, they are all surfacing. The red moon is dragging the unhealed into the light and turning up the volume on your unresolved pain. Why? Because your spiritual DNA is being decoded, and every unhealed wound is a lock on your power. This retrograde is the key, but unlocking it will feel like fire. Are you seeing patterns repeat? Cycles you swore were over? That's not failure. That's unfinished energy demanding closure. The red moon is the great activator, and until you face the karmic echoes pulsing in your lineage, they will own your life. It's not punishment, it's preparation. The pain you feel is the pressure of divine alignment, and when you choose to break the cycle, you become the ancestor who ended the curse. Lesson 4. Time is bending, and you are the bridge between what was and what will be. The red moon has cracked open the timeline. That's why you're sensing déjà vu, strange dreams, ghostly memories that don't belong to this life. You are walking through a corridor where past lives, parallel selves, and future versions of you are merging. This isn't confusion, this is convergence. and only the spiritually awake will notice it. Time is no longer linear. The decisions you make right now ripple in both directions. Choose wisely. Every thought you think, every word you speak, every intention you anchor. It's reshaping your destiny in real time. The red moon doesn't just change your path, it changes the fabric of who you are. And if you're still watching, it's because you were always meant to be a timeline keeper. You are not here to follow fate. You are here to rewrite it. Lesson 5. Your shadow is not your enemy, it is your map. And now it's glowing red beneath this moon. The parts of you you've exiled, rage, grief, jealousy, fear, they are not here to destroy you. They are the keys to your liberation. The red moon is activating shadow integration at full force. That means your triggers are holy, your pain is sacred, and the monsters in your mind are just unloved versions of your own soul. Stop running, look them in the eye. Ask them what they came to teach you. You'll find out they've been guarding your power this whole time. This retrograde isn't about love and light, it's about truth and fire. If you want to ascend, you must descend first into your own underworld, because only there will you retrieve the parts of you capable of miracles. Lesson 6. The people around you are either activating you or draining you. There is no in-between now. Under this Red Moon Retrograde, relationships are revealing their true frequency. The masks are slipping. You're seeing through smiles, feeling lies as vibrations, sensing agendas like static in the air. Trust it. The retrograde has activated your spiritual radar, and it cannot be silenced. Some connections will burn out overnight. Others will rise like phoenixes from old pain. Don't hold on to what's falling. If it's breaking, it was built on illusion. If it's rising, it's aligned with your evolution. You're not being punished, you're being purified. You are becoming the vibrational match to your divine circle, and only those who honor your soul will be allowed through this new energetic gate. Lesson 7. You are being called to claim your power, or watch it decay in your hands. The red moon doesn't just awaken, it demands. You cannot tiptoe through this retrograde. You either rise or you rot. You either answer the calling or you collapse under the weight of avoidance. There is no middle path anymore. Not in this energy. July 15th was chosen because it aligns with a cosmic convergence of truth, power, and collapse. And if you don't rise into who you truly are, the collapse will feel like death. But if you do rise, if you step into the version of you that was always hidden beneath the fear, you will become unstoppable. Not because you're perfect, but because you're real, aligned, activated, unshakable. This retrograde doesn't end with destruction, it ends with rebirth, but only for those who dare to rise. So now the question is, why you? Why now? Why were you chosen to receive this transmission? Because you've already been through lifetimes of preparation. You've died 1,000 spiritual deaths to get to this exact moment. And this Red Moon Retrograde is not your end, it is your beginning. You are not here to escape the chaos. You are here to alchemize it, to take the ashes of your past and form a throne from them. If you felt lost, it's because the old map no longer applies. If you felt broken, it's because your spirit is cracking open to let the light in. This is your soul's initiation, a sacred turning point no one else can walk for you. And if you're still watching, it's because your soul dragged you here. The cosmos has spoken. The portal is open, and you are being reborn. You see, this Red Moon Retrograde is not just shifting stars, it's shifting souls. And right now, your soul is in the fire. The illusions that once protected you are melting, revealing the ancient truth buried beneath your scars. That truth, you were never meant to live quietly. You were never meant to play small or dim your light to fit into broken systems. The pain you've carried wasn't punishment, it was preparation. You've been forged in lifetimes of emotional fire, and now the cosmos is demanding you remember who you are, not the identity you created for safety, the essence you came to embody, the one that holds ancient wisdom in their bones and future codes in their breath. You are not just healing, you are reprogramming reality. This red moon didn't come to visit, it came to awaken the divine rebel sleeping inside your chest. Let's talk about the energetic collapse that's happening all around you. Systems are failing. Relationships are crumbling. Even your own thoughts may feel like strangers inside your head. That's not madness. That's metamorphosis. This retrograde is a frequency war. Old programs are dying, and your body can feel it. The fatigue, the emotional outbursts, the sudden bursts of clarity followed by confusion. These are symptoms of spiritual recoding. The red moon has broken open the energetic grids. You are no longer aligned with the matrix of control, fear, or people-pleasing. And that means the old version of you has nowhere left to hide. This collapse is sacred. Do not resist it. Let the old story die, because in its ashes, a divine identity is rising, and that identity is encoded with spiritual sovereignty. The cosmic irony, you asked for this. On a soul level, you chose this brutal yet beautiful unfolding. You asked the universe to wake you up by any means necessary, and this red moon answered, not with comfort, but with confrontation, because truth doesn't always arrive as a whisper. Sometimes it breaks the door down and sets your house on fire. But listen closely. The house that burns now was never your true home. It was built from trauma, compromise, and the belief that you were too much or not enough. The red moon is here to return you to your original architecture, the design of divinity, the structure of sovereignty, the blueprint of boundless love. But first, everything false must go. That's not cruelty. That's cosmic justice. You've likely noticed the signs. Technology glitching, time moving strangely, animals acting differently, your sleep schedule dissolving. These are not coincidences. The electromagnetic field of Earth is shifting, and so is yours. The red moon is activating a dimensional rift. You are walking between worlds now, half in this reality, half in the one you're helping to build. And that's why nothing feels stable, because you are the bridge. You are translating higher frequencies into human form. In that process, it can feel like spiritual whiplash. But don't mistake disorientation for failure. You are upgrading. Your nervous system is recalibrating to divine voltage. And if your body is aching, it's because your soul is anchoring into a higher timeline. Trust it. You are not breaking. You are ascending. Let's go deeper. July 15th is not just a date. It is a cosmic appointment. A moment written in stellar ink across the skies of your pre-incarnation chart. It aligns with an energetic gate that opens only once in a generation, a karmic hinge where soul contracts are reviewed, rewritten, or revoked. That's why people are leaving your life. That's why your desires have shifted overnight. That's why your old goals feel hollow. Your higher self is reviewing your mission, clearing interference, and correcting course. And for some of you, this retrograde marks the end of an old karmic lineage entirely. You are not continuing the story of your ancestors. You are rewriting it. You are the glitch in the ancestral code, and that makes you powerful beyond measure. Do not underestimate the role of silence during this retrograde. The red moon is loud, yes, but in its chaos, there are hidden codes whispering through the void. If you find yourself craving solitude, don't resist it. That isolation is sacred. It's not loneliness, it's alignment. The divine is trying to speak to you, but it needs you to unplug from the noise. Social media, gossip, distractions, all of it is static. The real frequency is in the stillness. Go there, listen. You will hear the ancestors. You will feel the echoes of who you used to be and who you are about to become. The revelations waiting in your silence are more valuable than any external validation. You are not meant to consume right now. You are meant to receive directly from source. The red moon is forcing your heart to open in painful, beautiful ways. Emotions you thought you buried are erupting. Grief, rage, longing, forgiveness, they're all crashing to the surface like waves in a storm. And you may wonder, why now? Why again? Because you can't step into your divine mission with a guarded heart. The walls must fall. The numbness must melt. This is not weakness. This is spiritual courage. Feeling everything is a form of mastery. Let it move through you. Cry if you need to. Scream. Write. Create. Purge. This emotional intensity is not here to break you. It's here to baptize you. In tears, in truth, in tenderness, because only a heart that has shattered can truly hold the light. Strange synchronicities are another sign of this red moon's power. Numbers repeating, dreams that feel like prophecies, meeting people who feel like deja vu wrapped in skin. These are not accidents, they're activations. The retrograde is aligning you with soul family, cosmic allies, and divine appointments. Pay attention. That message you overheard, that sign on the road, that stranger who spoke a sentence that unlocked something inside you. This is the language of the universe, and right now, the cosmos is speaking directly to you. Follow the breadcrumbs. You are being guided out of the maze, but it requires trust. Radical, illogical, soul-deep trust, the kind that makes no sense, but feels like truth. Money, career, purpose, all of it is under review now. The red moon is activating your divine economy, and that means anything built on fear, scarcity, or ego is unraveling. You may feel unstable financially, or maybe you're suddenly inspired to leave it all behind and do something wild, creative, or spiritual. That's not irresponsibility, that's alignment. The old systems of worth and success are dying, and you are being prepared to create value through vibration, not validation. Your soul is remembering that abundance is a frequency, not a number, and your gifts are your currency. This retrograde is forcing you to stop chasing approval and start offering your authentic essence to the world. That's how you get paid. In the new timeline, in purpose, not performance. Let's speak of death, not physical, but energetic. The death of roles, identities, personas. You are not who you were yesterday, and that can feel terrifying. Who are you without your job, title, your trauma identity, your social mask? This red moon is tearing those skins away, and what remains may feel raw, uncertain, undefined. But that's because you're stepping into truth, and truth is always naked at first. This void space is not the end, it is the womb. You are being reborn, cell by cell, belief by belief. So if you feel lost, float there, breathe there, trust there, because on the other side of this ego death is a version of you that remembers why you came to Earth in the first place. And now, the ancestors gather. Can you feel them? They're watching, waiting, not in judgment, but in awe, because you are doing what they could not. You are breaking patterns encoded into your blood. You are confronting traumas they were too afraid to name. You are facing demons they tried to outrun, and in doing so, you are liberating them. The Red Moon Retrograde is not just personal, it is ancestral. This is a bloodline cleansing, a soul line repair. Every time you choose to heal, they rise in celebration. Every time you say no more, chains snap across time. You are not cursed, you are commissioned, chosen to stop the loop, to rewrite the legacy. And if your life feels heavier than most, it's because you are carrying the weight of many, not as a burden, but as a sacred task. You are the prayer. They never had the voice to speak, and now you're the answer. But be warned, not everyone will understand your transformation. The more you align with your truth, the more you will disrupt those addicted to your old self. Friends may fall away, family may project fear, the world may call you unstable, irrational, delusional. But listen, that is the cost of remembering. The red moon exposes what can no longer journey with you. You are being rerouted, and the higher you rise, the thinner the air becomes. But solitude is not punishment, it's protection. The universe is pruning your field. Not everyone has earned access to the new frequency you're anchoring. So let them go. Let them misunderstand you. Your path is not theirs to decode. You are not here to be understood. You are here to be reborn. And still, through all this chaos, something ancient and holy is awakening inside you. Can you feel it? A stirring in your gut, a fire in your spine, a knowing behind your eyes. This is the return of your divine memory. The red moon is not just burning away what isn't you. It's resurrecting who you truly are. The healer, the oracle, the rebel, the codebreaker, the sacred architect of new realities. You came to Earth not to conform, but to recode the entire grid. And now, that mission is activating. Your hands may feel electric, your voice may carry unexpected wisdom. Your dreams may become messages. Don't doubt it, don't dismiss. It, the sacred, is erupting through you and your soul. It has waited eons for this exact moment to unfold. So, what does it all mean? Why now? Why you? Because you are part of a soul tribe sent to Earth in waves. And this retrograde is the trigger, the activation point, the cosmic alarm clock. July 15th is not the end of something, it's the threshold. The bridge between density and divinity, between sleep and sovereignty. You are crossing it now, with every choice, with every breath. This isn't just about astrology. This is about remembering why your soul chose this timeline. The chaos, its calibration. The pain, its purification. The endings, their coded beginnings. You are not being punished. You are being positioned, not broken, but birthed. Not tested, but trusted. By the cosmos, by your guides, by the mission itself. And so we arrive here at the edge of everything. You've passed through the fire, through the mirrors, through the storm, and you are still here. Wiser, wider, wider, more awake than you've ever been. This Red Moon Retrograde was never here to destroy you. It was here to disarm you, of illusions, of limits, of lies. So the real you, the radiant, rebellious, reborn you, could finally take the throne. Look around, nothing is the same, and neither are you. You've crossed a spiritual threshold and left your old timeline behind. You may not recognize the road ahead, but your soul does. And now you walk it with power, with vision, with truth. The cosmos is watching. The gates are open, and the next chapter begins with you. Are you ready to step in? Something powerful is moving through the heavens. And if you've been feeling like your world is collapsing in slow motion, you're not imagining it. The Red Moon Retrograde of July 15th, 2025 is not just another astrological phase. It is a soul-level turning point. This energy is unlike anything we've experienced in years. It's not here to comfort you. It's here to confront you, to tear down the false identities, outdated timelines, karmic debris, and spiritual stagnation you've unknowingly carried. This isn't a gentle awakening. This is a cosmic initiation by fire. The Red Moon Retrograde doesn't whisper. It shouts. It doesn't knock. It breaks the door open. Its crimson glow illuminates the shadows you've tried to suppress and calls forth the pain you buried deep inside. This celestial force brings karmic unraveling, spiritual upheaval, and divine recalibration. It drags you into your past lives, forces you to re-experience the wounds you thought you had healed, and makes you remember the promises you made to yourself, to Source, and to the world. You are being stripped down to your soul, not to punish, but to purify. The first brutal lesson of this Red Moon Retrograde is this: you can no longer live a life that dishonors your truth. Anything that was built on fear, falsehood, or avoidance is being pulled apart at the seams. Whether it's a job, a relationship, or a belief system, the Red Moon makes no exceptions. The cosmic forces are not interested in your comfort zone. They are invested in your liberation. And liberation requires loss. Not all endings are cruel. Some are necessary doorways to the real path. The second lesson is one many are already feeling deep in their bones. You are remembering something ancient. This retrograde is pulling back the veil, letting past lives, ancestral memories, and spiritual codes rise to the surface. You're dreaming of places you've never been, meeting people who feel hauntingly familiar, and facing emotions that have no present life origin. Why? Because your soul is accessing timelines you haven't touched in centuries. You're reconnecting to missions you abandoned lifetimes ago, and now the time has come to fulfill them. Thirdly, the Red Moon is activating karmic contracts at full force. This means people from your past are resurfacing. Old emotions are erupting. Ancestral patterns are playing out through you, and only you can break them. This isn't about blaming others or reliving old pain. It's about releasing the energetic residue that still lingers. You're not just healing for yourself. You're healing for every soul tied to your lineage. You are the one your bloodline has been waiting for. The fourth brutal truth: Your timeline is collapsing and rebuilding simultaneously. Time is bending. Under this retrograde, you're seeing glimmers of your future self, echoes of past selves, and threads of possibility you never saw before. It's disorienting. You may feel lost, ungrounded, or suspended in some liminal spiritual hallway. But this is the void, the sacred in-between, where the old has died, but the new hasn't fully arrived. Don't fear it, float in it. This is where rebirth begins. Lesson 5 is about the shadow self. Everything you dislike, suppress, or hide, it's coming up for integration. The red moon doesn't want your perfection. It wants your authenticity. And to be fully whole, you must meet the parts of yourself you've rejected. Your jealousy, your anger, your fear, they aren't your enemies. They're your teachers. And once integrated, they become your strength. This retrograde is forcing you into the depths of your being, because that's where your true power lives.